Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 2 here today on the channel. We're back on our Mortal Empires Karl Franz Empire campaign. This is episode 2. In today's episode, we have a massive opportunity, and I'm actually quite stunned. The vampire counts under Manfred von Karstein has entered the Reichland, and we're going to be declaring war upon them here today and throwing back the scourge from whence they came. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know feedback and suggestions, tips and tricks where you want me to expand and conquer for the series. And if you're not enjoying Warhammer 2, feel free to leave a dislike. I'll put in the description below as well all the mods I'm using for this modded Empire campaign. We're playing on the brand new Empire Rework, of course, and we're playing with a couple of mods here and there. We're 13 turns into our Let's Play. We have Altdorf, Grumberg, Ubersreich, Ilhart, and Helmgart under our control. Karl Franz is currently occupying the pass with 20 units. 2 units of spears for now. What do we got here? 6 units of swords as well. 2, 4, 6, 8 units of crossbows. 3 archers here defending the pass. We've got another army here with 11 units, and we've also got another one back in Altdorf. So, we're 13 turns into our Let's Play. In the last episode, we managed to eliminate the Empire Successionists, and I was waiting for green-skinned tribes to push over the mountains, maybe even Kazrak, maybe even Marienburg. Oh, they're being pushed back by Bretonia here. Marienburg's fallen to the Bretonians. Okay, but I didn't expect this. I have never had this happen in my playthrough, and I've seen a couple other YouTubers as well. I've never seen Manfred von Karstein push all the way into the Reichland. That's crazy. We have a chance to seize a legendary item off Manfred. Now, I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's worth the risk enough to attack the vampire counts on turn 13. Because looking at diplomacy-wise, like, I don't know why they're pushing so far this way, because they are at war with Tempelhof and the Bloody Spears. Maybe that's to do with it. But they are not looking good over in the far east. So if we can get a really good trait, obviously if when you kill legendary lords you can take that, we'll do it. Don't know where the Bloody Spears are, or the skull splatters or splinters or whatever. The Orcish tribe over here. I think Paravon sort of dealt with them. So it looks like we're not going to be fighting them anytime soon. We've got to deal with Vampiric Incursion. Now we could potentially leave it and allow them to sort of move through. But what would the Emperor do? Karl Franz would fight Manfred on the field of battle and send him back to his wooden coffin. So actually, before I do that, instead of straight up war deck, and we are at war with the Beastmen and Skull Smashers, of course, we've got a lot of trade rights going on, I'm going to negotiate with one of their enemies. So yeah, a schemer, an opportunist, he's about to be smashed here. So he's at war with Tempelhof. Now I think I have a non-aggression pact with Tempelhof, and I do. Okay, I will join your war against the vampire counts. Hi, can we get further diplomacy with you? No. How about you give me 600 gold just to sweeten the deal? And they've accepted. Tempelhof has given me consent for this action against them, which is massive. So we're going to push down here. He's in a force march, so he can't escape. And with Galmoraz, Karl Franz is going to charge down the Empire, the vampire scum. So we're obviously coming up against Manfred. He's a wizard, one of the powerfulest in the game. He's not as good as Vlad, but he's still quite a formidable general. And the vampires do need to be respected and watched out for. So we need to keep an eye on them. So 5 units of Skelly Boys, 4 units of Skeleton Warriors, some zombies as well. They do have a very depleted Vargulf and a Felbat, and he does have 55 winds of magic. However, we've got the reinforcing army and also from the garrison as well. So 13 turns into our Let's Play, we have a chance to mortally wound Manfred. Obviously, we can't kill him, but get a really good trait incredibly early on. We also can get rid of the ghoul as well near Altdorf. So we've fought against Successionists here, and we have the Battle of Ubersreich. We have a chance to put a nail in the coffin, a stake in the coffin, stake in him, a nail in the coffin, if you will, against Manfred von Karstein in Warhammer 2. Come on. So yeah, guys, thank you for all the support on episode 1. I really do appreciate it. All you guys that are here for Warhammer content. I know a lot of you subscribe for strategy, not so much strategy games, but historical titles on the channel more so. So I like to dip my toe into fantasy here and there, and Warhammer is one of my favourite Total War games. But I understand not everyone's into Warhammer and such. Alrighty, well, let's have a look at the enemy opposition. In the piss-pouring rain, we face the vampires, zombies there as well. I also fixed up my settings a little bit, so things should look a little bit better. There's the Waldgulf, obviously a very formidable beast, but we should be able to deal with it quite easily because it is quite depleted. The Skelly Boys as well, and I can't seem to see where Manfred von Karstein is. I imagine he's probably in the forest here, where we can't see him because bats seem to be deploying here. We've got reinforcements coming from this side, and let's push forward then. So we want to try and get probably just up on this slope. So we're going to be incredibly aggressive from the get-go. Let's hit them hard, be relentless, be ungiving, and we will be victorious. Push forwards, lads. Okay, and then we'll try and get everyone else around the back here as well. So make sure you pick a unit to target. Let's slow things down and make sure that everyone is picking up someone. Alright, that's good. And we'll pull in Karl Franz as well. Reinforcements wise as well over here. Let's try and somehow find some defensive solidity there. And with my archers as well, try and find a clearing. Alrighty, Karl Franz, where you can as well, try and target, or maybe just go straight for the Waldgulf, potentially, and try and knock it out. Alright, so here we go. The brave knights of the Empire are charging downhill against the vampire scourge. Sigma! Praise Sigma! Let's hope he's with us. So Karl Franz is pushing up here, trying to take on the Waldgulf himself, and he's fighting toe-to-toe with it. Karl Franz has been knocked down. We're probably going to have to try and drop some of these buffs here. Manfred is further at the back. Bring it down! Bring it down! Oh my god, the Waldgulf absolutely wreaking havoc, and Karl Franz has taken it down with Galmoraz. Oh, there's a scary bat there. Alright, well, let's try and find Manfred, I guess. Where is he? I can't even seem to see him. Where is Manfred? Oh, there he is. Why'd it look like he was so far away on a different point? Alright, they're doing well. My reinforcements are slowly coming over here as well. They can hold there. Alright, and it looks like Karl Franz is trying to catch the old man. And Manfred von Karstein is fighting with Karl Franz. It's a duel for the ages. And I'm sure Karl Franz is going to get the better of him. A nice double tap. Manfred comes in, but it's a good uppercut. Goes in for the lunge, but mistimes. Bloody, battled and bruising. Alright, let's try and get some more in here as well. We should be able to bring down Manfred in a moment as well. Bring him down! There we go. Karl Franz in hand-to-hand combat has slain von Karstein there. And there goes most of their spearmen as well. Victory! We have victory here today. Incredibly aggressive from the off. We hit them hard. We only lost 111 to Manfred's 1.4. Heavily depleted, of course. Numerically, they still had a fair few Skelly Boys, but we were able to beat him. Now, I'm curious to see, now that we've killed Manfred pretty early on, we've massively weakened him, what stat we are going to get. Because I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. I can't remember the specific specifications for the trait you get from Manfred, but it's quite good, in my opinion. Okay guys, welcome to the campaign map. So, we have decisively defeated Manfred, getting 900, and we get the Razor standard banner, which we've managed to steal. Armor piercing plus 10. That's not too bad, and we'll straight up execute the captives. So we stole that from Manfred. Oh, and this is it. Moonslacker. He who quenches his thirst on blood of the living will find cold steel. His just reward. Defeat Manfred von Karstein. So, with Karl Franz army now, dude, that is absolutely massive. We get a minus 50 casualty suffer from vampiric territory attrition. Killing him this early on has basically made the conquest of the vampires viable incredibly early on. We were definitely risking going to war with the vampire counts and future retaliation just to get that trait, because we can just really move through here. Because the thing is, the main defense for the vampires, along with their just like amazing army build and doom stacks, is the fact that their territory is really impassable. So I don't think we're ever going to get a chance, especially on this difficulty in the campaign, to deal such a blow to Manfred. Now, there's a second army here with Oswald von Messinghof. Okay, so unfortunately, I don't think Karl Franz can hit it. However, I'm not going to allow it to escape. So, let's move in a forced march here. Let's stop this minor recruitment that I have, and we'll push in here with Maternus Unbergen, I think that's how you say his name, and this guy isn't anyone important to Oswald. He's just a ghoulish looking fellow, and this army's even weaker there. So even they were taking attrition in our lands, which is interesting. So we'll auto-resolve this one straight out, and we've defeated 2 stacks of the vampires in quick succession. We've made another decent economic boost, and we managed to get the Ogre Blade, which is a 8% weapon strength. So Dragon Tooth is quite good. I was going to say I might be better off to trade it to Karl, but no, that doesn't look likely. Okay, so after defeating the vampires there, I do risk further retaliation. However, they're not particularly interested. So who do we have here? The Barra Legion's further there. So who is this actually? This is probably Vlad, isn't it? Okay, we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Beastmen, Orcs still oppose us, and we've got some unassigned skills here as well. Okay, let's go with the red for influence, and let's go with the Pistol Corp as well to get those archer buff pretty early on. Karl Franz has also gone up in stats. He's rank 8 now. Okay, what seems to be lacking here for now? We could do some individual upgrades specifically on him, but I'm tempted to potentially go with missile damage for the entire army and give them a buff. Oh, we actually got another one there. Huh, okay. We've already gone down hit points a bit. I think we'll just go with... actually, let's go with Empire's Finest for now. I would like to go down Imperial Gunnery eventually, but for now, seeing Altdorf is only a tier 3, we are slowly trying to put more money into it to build it up, to try and rush it to 5 as quickly as possible. But we're still a little bit far away before we can bring them into our build. So we're probably going to try and sink a couple of turns here now. We're 13 into the Let's Play. I have no ambition of overextending ourselves just yet. We haven't confederated with anyone, which I would like to get to at some point. We do have Skarsnik to the south, which could be a problem, but trying to push him is a little bit difficult because that province is actually not that good at the end of the day. We could potentially push against like Marienburg. However, the Bretonians are doing an absolute number on them. They have pushed further north there, so we might be able to grab we could grab this fort actually. It's a shame Marienburg has actually fallen to them, but yeah, we'll see how we go. We might be dealing with incursions. We probably could do this quest battle as well at somewhat. Get a hero battle wizard. Yeah, we might actually be better off to do that instead. Because we've got the army for it now. Maybe we should do that eventually. Okay, guys, we have our first major political event here. Electors go to war. The rival states of Everland and Osterlands have been unable to reconcile their differences. So we've got a couple of options here. We can side with Everland and declare war upon Osterlands, or vice versa, gaining fealty with either and declaring war upon one of them. Now, I would personally recommend, and what I'm going to do is stop the war. It's going to cost 1,000 prestige, but we do get +1 Imperial Authority, and we stop the war, and we don't get those negative debuffs. Also, I'd rather do that than do nothing. So we've got plenty of money in the bank as well if we get to pay for it, and this is where our 1.7k prestige will go. Also, we have a quest issued. The Seal. Move any character in the following region to Altdorf. The vaults below the palace have been breached, and the powerful Silver Seal has been stolen. No, we have to go deal with it. The Silver Seal. Bit of a tongue twister. The Witch Hunter reports that a mystery woman who was seen fleeing through a small hamlet to the east of Altdorf. Though the informant only caught a glimpse of her retreating back in the faint moonlight, he swears her steed was nothing of bone and fellow green about it. Okay. The witch hunter suspects her to be an agent of the undead. Stirland lies in the east of Reichland and belongs to Slovenia, historically the centre of the undead activity. So, the hunt should be directed there. Yep, let's try and pursue her. I'm sure Manfred is fucking furious after having to be, well, resurrected again, I guess, for quite some time, losing 2 full armies. He sent enemy agents to steal the Silver Seal. Okay, guys, I've made the decision to play the quest battle, the Silver Seal, here today. We'll make this sort of a vampiric episode. We might have time to do the Battle of Bloodpine, which we could do here today if we get time, but we'll just have to see. So we've got a cool stack with Karl Franz, nothing too spectacular, pretty vanilla at the moment. In 3 turns, we're going to be able to, sorry, 2 turns rather, we're going to be able to get a warrior priest eventually. We've got a second army here. It does look like the Skull Smashers have come back, and they are quite close to Paravon, so you never know, they could push up their way near Helmgart, but we'll be right for now. So we currently have the Imperial Authority of 2, my prestige, we've obviously lost just 1,000 because of that political event. Alrighty, well, let's, I reckon, teleport all the way to the east, and we're coming up against 3 units of Graveyard, some Skeletons, Maldred as well, and a couple of agents. Look, it might be slightly difficult. We'll teleport and see what we're looking at, but we should be alright. Okay, so it's slightly in their favour. They might even have some further reinforcements. I haven't played this battle in quite some time. Armor-piercing damage for assigned units. Yeah, let's just give it to those tier 2 crossbowmen. Yeah, armor-piercing damage. Yeah, I guess we'll just go with the archers, yeah, and we'll fight this one on the battlefield. I could have very well maybe given it to Karl Franz. I don't know. You're better off to do that because Karl Franz is going to be attacking enemy generals more so. Maybe. Maybe I was better off to do that. I don't know. Let me know. Okay, guys, welcome to the battle map. Let's get stuck in. So we need to cleanse the hill of all unliving things. Now, I haven't played this battle in quite some time, so I can't remember if they sort of resurrect stuff here or there's, like, reinforcements from behind or something. So what we'll just do is we'll make a nice, strong, long front line, I say. So let's go with something like, just something a little bit quick like this. And then we'll try and reform it once we start up as well. And then we need to push the hill probably. We'll see how well they go. So you will lose if the timer runs out. So we're technically attacking them. And, well, no, we don't want the spell browse. I wonder if I could see the Winds of Magic or something somehow for them. How well they rolled. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Let's start the battle there. Let's quickly pause and give out the orders. And we'll try and take... We can kind of stop them here if we can sort of take this. Being higher up might be more beneficial to us, but then we don't really have a way to retreat, do we? And they can get on our side here. So even though I don't particularly like sitting in the low ground, just for this stance, it might be a good idea. And we'll try and make something like this for the time being. We need to massively utilize our archers in this battle. Because looking at the army that we can see, it seems alright. Yep, so we've got one lot of reinforcements coming from my left. We've got another one from the right. So, are they going to try and move or rotate and give up their hill position? Here's their enemy general, of course. They've got 3 agents, which we really need to keep an eye on. And then they've got their wraiths and hex wraiths there we need to watch out for as well. So, we'll reform up into a decent position. And I guess we'll try and hold for now. So, yeah, there's no way they're probably going to bypass through there. So make sure we take this adequately. And that as well. So, it does look like they're going to come down and give chase against us. Okay. So we might try and narrow this just a bit more as well. Alright, try and swing you here. Yeah, looks like they're going to come try and fight us. They're making their way down the hill. Alright. They're taking the initiative. I like it. Alright, well. And we've got more units coming over here. What is this? Oh, crypt ghouls. Or crypt horrors, rather. Oh, god damn. They're actually quite powerful. We've got to watch out for them. So there's going to be a straight-on charge down here. My archers are going to get some quick volleys off. And we'll try and soften them up where we can. Okay, so what's going on here is the skirmish mode is making us move a bit, which is a bit of a shame. And as we're sort of fighting... Yeah, swing here, please. Yeah, they just pushed there, which is unfortunate. Okay, their front line's now moving up. Let's try and get rid of some of their generals. So let's try and push up against you. We'll drop some of this stuff. That charge is coming in. So I'll try and get these units to get some quick volleys off against the crypt horrors if we can. So we seem to be holding here for now. Karl Franz is really going to have to do most of the heavy lifting for this one. Okay, so those crypt horrors are still trying to come in and rotate. We'll get some quick shots off against them. So they're focusing that. So we can bring down the beasts. That would be fantastic. So continue to try and pincer them where we can. You try and hold that. Alright. So Karl Franz is still dealing with... no one. Their generals fled back there. So try and pierce this one. Try and deal with him. We just need to get him to carry and get stuck right into the thick of it. Okay. So it looks like we've got rid of those ghouls, which is good. So we can probably start rotating now. Trying to get behind them. So let's try and get my archers to potentially try and just hit this blob in and around here. Yeah, try and charge around the back now. Go, 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 go. If we can get a quick, nice lightning charge in, you never know. Alright, so Karl Franz is getting a little bit hacked down here. And we'll try and send you around the back. So, what reinforcements are coming over here? Crypt ghouls. These are crypt ghouls coming in. Okay. So get a charge in. I'm going to get my archers actually to quickly refocus and hit their general. You never know. We might be able to snipe him out. Oh shit. Karl Franz is about to die here. I didn't realize how low he got. I guess he was just getting really targeted out. Shit. He's super low. We're going to have to fall him back. I guess we're just going to have to heavy rely on now our archers to really try and do the business. So try and focus on some here and there, while the rest can sort of try and focus for these bigger gaps. So you try and push for this, you try and push for that, you go for that, you go for that as well, and try and hit them from the back. Those ghouls and other reinforcements are still pretty far away. So that's now moved out as well. If he's in a spot, just try and pierce him. Absolutely litter him with arrows. We'll try and allow Karl Franz to continue. And they're still holding for now. This is going to be a tough one because especially those orcs, they're going to be trying to eye us up and expose us where we can. 3. Lords, that's what's the problem. And now 4 units are coming from the rear. Alright, that's a bit of a shame. So, we'll try and break some of the units here, but realistically, we might be better off just to swing around this front line, because I don't think we're probably going to be able to withstand another charge there. So, just try and make a front line where you can. We'll try and drop abilities where we can. We might be able to get this general here, this vampire lord, if we're lucky. And that might be able to start something. So try and hit these ghouls that are now charging in. There's no way we can actually heal Karl Franz, which sucks. And we'll allow everyone now to go on a skirmish mode, because I would imagine that my front line of spears ain't gonna hold now. Okay, and Karl Franz is relatively safe now, sitting further at the back. Now that those reinforcing ghouls have committed, we'll try and flank where we can as well. Yeah, so just try and skirmish where you can. Be the pain in the ass archers I know you can be, and try and kite the enemy. We'll try and pierce these generals here. But like I said, just try and kite as best you can. So keep running, mate. You need to get on your bike. And we'll try and split up into a couple directions. Like I said, kiting is going to be key soon, so we'll try and pick some areas to move into, and Karl Franz can sit further here as well. Kite, for the love of God. Alright, just need to move further back. Alright, maybe try and push into something like this. I reckon Karl Franz into Crypt Ghouls isn't going to be a very good sight. Hit those guys there that are a lot closer. You try and push this way. You fall out here. Try and hit them from behind. It's this blob here now. We're getting pushed into the forest. Alright, try and hit that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this one, unfortunately. Which is a shame. We'll try to speed things up. I think she's all over Red Rover, unfortunately. Like I said, we'll try and kite and harass here and there. But to be honest, it's not looking good. Because most of my army's buckled. I was concerned that there could potentially be enemy reinforcements there. But I still thought we'd be alright. This is a really B-Tech army we are fighting with, I'm not going to lie. We could go against that Grave Guard. Oh, it's a sword unit. It was singular. I thought it might have been another. Oh. Continue just to kite where we can. You never know, you might get sort of lucky in and around here. Yeah, we've got a couple men sort of holding out here. Maybe if we get some unison up here, might be alright. Send everyone in to deal with this. Oh, Still going to be a tight one. So we'll try and form up something here. Yeah. We might be able to get something here, actually. Oh my god, by the skin of our teeth, we might be able to pull something away here. In the dying moments. Hey! We got him! Oh my god, we won! What? I guess, yeah, sometimes that skirmisher tactic works when you sort of push back and stretch them thin. But it was those flanking maneuvers there. Man, oh man, Karl Franz with a tier 1, well technically it's a bit of a tier 2 army, but it's still pretty low. It's a fucking beta army, if I do say. He deployed 1,931, lost 1,042. We were able to kite and drag them towards the end there, 124. So they didn't outnumber me. They only had about 1,500. However, 4 heroes, look at that. 109, 83, 81. The general actually didn't do too well. Neither did those wraiths. Those Graveguard are just awesome. They seriously are. 80, 28, 42. Those Crypt Horrors and Ghouls would have done a fair bit as well. Hex-Wraith should have done far better. Looking at our own men, who sort of dragged us away there with victory. The Archers, 97. If they were Huntsmen, being able to shoot while they run, they would have done better. But under the circumstances, especially with Karl Franz, getting super knackered there, that battle was probably a little bit too risky to try and perform, especially this early on. Yeah, but we've managed to pull through. I'm happy with that. Okay, guys, the quest has been completed. Welcome to the Campo map. 2,000 gold, we'll take that. Karl Franz goes up in stats as well, and we shall execute the captives to get that leadership bonus. And 200 prestige, and we get a nice bonus there. And we unlock the Regiment of Renowned Archers, Deathjacks, and Sigmar's Sons as well. So we're going to be able to instantly bring those guys into the army as well. So we'll try and merge a couple of these guys. We'll move this army into Helmgart for replenishment, because if I'm not mistaken, I reckon the Skull Smash is going to try and expose us there, because that's what I would do if I was some of those cheeky buggers. So let's have a look. Oh, we can bring in... Oh, we can't in... I thought we could bring in Great Swords. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. We can bring in some Regiments of Renown now. Golden Sigmar Sons and Deathjacks as well. We might as well bring them in for now. We'll stop this minor recruitment here. And let's... Oh, I thought it was because we didn't have enough money. It's due to we don't have room in the force. Okay, still 2 turns away from that. And we'll continue on our recruitment here as well. Good. And then I guess we'll try and look to do this other quest battle if we have time today. Rightio boys, we've got some green skins to deal with and battle and fight here today. We're currently turned 17 into our Let's Play, and we've got some orcs raiding through the Axe Bite Pass. Okay, so at turn 17, we currently have a full stack here with Karl Franz, 20 units. We've recently recruited a warrior priest, Ulrich Hart. Hopefully we can get this melee specialist leveled up as quickly as possible. We've also got our first unit of great swords. We've got a unit of Caroberg great swords in our mix. Obviously bringing in the Sigmar Sons and the Deathjacks as well. Second army here with Matter in Ubersreich with 11 units. And we've got this one back here. Wars-wise, we're still at war with the Skull Smashers, Beastmen, and Vampire Counts. We're currently at, what, 3 Imperial Authority due to our political events. So we'll go quickly now and deal with the Skull Smashers, deal with Ogruk. He is bringing 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 units of Orc Boys and 2 Gobos. Let's chuck a quick save, and we'll fight this one in the field of battle. My swordsmen and some spears are a little bit knackered, but this is the first time we're going to be fighting the green skins here today. We've had 2 vampire battles here today, and we'll deal with the green skins now. After this, to look forward to in episode 3, we'll probably do the quest battle for Bloodpine. But before we do that, we've got the Battle of Helmgart. I don't know how this series is going to sort of progress as well, because Marienburg has been lost to the Bretonnians, so they might try and war deck us, trying to gobble up some territory. Who knows? Alrighty, welcome to the battle map. Let's get stuck in. So, nothing too fancy. Just try and match, maybe even overlap slightly what they're doing. I don't know. No, we're going to have to match it straight up. We don't actually have infantry supremacy, because we sort of lack it, actually. You never know, they might come and charge us. Because we do have skirmisher supremacy, they'll probably try and close down the distance. And we'll make sure we chuck up Karl Franz and our mage here as well. So let's meet some of these units for the first time. So we've got our first units of greatswords on the far flank. These guys look fantastic, ready to fight and die for the Empire. Here is a unit of Deathjacks. Yeah, so these guys look slightly different. These regiments of Renowned, and I think even the Sons of Sigmar as well. Yeah, they are too. They look unique compared to their normal variant, which is really quite cool. Huntsmen further at the back. Pushing down here, of course, we have Karl Franz wielding his magical hammer. And where's my... yeah, so where are you actually? My warrior priest. Yeah, you look alright. Tablet in tow. Sigma, you bald freak. Alright, Lex Luthor's ready to charge here. And that's pretty much else for our army. It was basically those 3 units of regiments of Renowned. Orc boys, keen to splatter and get rid of them. And their war chief. They've got some gobbo boys further in the center as well. So let's peel back. Let's start the battle. I imagine that they're probably going to attack me straight on here. They might try and envelop as well. So we might be better off to angle our boys here slightly. In hindsight now. Because they're probably going to try and wrap around. Yeah, alright. So, you've got nothing else as well. We'll make sure Karl Franz holds here, up nice in front. So, they are moving around the rocks slightly. And we should be able to get some shots off here pretty early on. Crossbows! Take aim loose! So, if we can soften up these orc boys before they charge, we'll be absolutely laughing. The archers further back should be alright as well. Archers, take aim loose! Alright. We could counter-charge some stuff, but I think we'll be alright. We'll make sure Karl Franz gets into the thick of it in a moment. And we'll let him charge this, because you never know, he might... actually, we'll go just straight for the general. And go through these buffs now. Go straight for him. And we'll try and get you to push forward here as well. So try and hold where you can. They're now routing, especially in the center. Alright. So Karl Franz is fighting the enemy general head to head. Archers throwing in with support as well. And we just need to keep an eye on flanks as well. So here's the front line our swordsmen seem to be holding for now. Archer supremacy is key. Alright, so let's try and do the business. So hit those clumps there where you can. If there is a break, we might try and push it. So you're tanking there quite competently. So send in my great swords, allow them to be a bit more aggressive, and we'll send you down here to go out and help. There's a couple of areas we can start to plug. Karl Franz is more than capable enough to deal with that himself, and we're tying down these units here. So what I actually want to do is I want to get all my archers to target this here in the center, because there's not as many units as you'd think. Alright, that's now fleeing, which is good. So try and hit some of them as they retreat, when they've got their tails between their legs. How well are we doing here? There's a lot more down this side, actually. So if you can sort of swing here, hit these boys further at the back, I'd love that. Okay, how's Karl Franz doing? He's doing alright in hand-to-hand combat against Ugruk. Our first battle against the Greenskins here today is being quite beneficial. Hacking and slashing, the Orc Warboss comes against Karl Franz, but there's not much they're going to be able to do about it. Okay, so we'll allow them to give chase. We'll continue my archers to harass and parry, and we'll allow my great swords to make their way further down here now. Alright, let's continue, and we have victory. We have victory here today. For Galmoraz, brave sons of Sigma, we've been victorious this day. Okay, well, our best chance is to try and skirmish off the remaining stragglers. So we've managed to catch them on the way to Helmgart, which is good. I thought these guys would have been pressing and harrying me from the get-go, because my previous experience playing this game and watching other content creators, Twitch streamers and YouTubers do it, like, they're so much of a pain. I'm blown away by the vampiric Manfred von Karstein rush early on. I've never seen that happen in anyone's playthrough. Like, I don't believe it, to be honest. So, maybe due to just like... I think the Skull Splinters did get a little bit smashed by Paravon early on. Maybe that was something to do with it. I'm not entirely sure. And we haven't seen any Beastman tribes yet as well come into our lands. But we've defeated the vampires here today pretty early on, as they early rushed Altdorf. They were made to pay. I'm not entirely sure where they were even travelling either. There's a fair few guys running away here. It's a shame we lost those handgunners, those Empire Knights, pretty early on. But this army is more than capable enough, especially now getting better quality chevrons. Already got bronze, gold, with some of the regiments of renown there as well. So decisive victory, we'll take that one. 1,725. We lost 230. The Skull Smashers deployed 1,641 and lost 1,213. Karl Franz got 15 kills. The Warrior Priest got 8. Archers did most of the work. Our normal archers did 107. Crossbows 107, 96 as well. I would have liked the Sons of Sigma to do a bit better. But settings, these guys were quite weak. They did alright settings, they got 63. The Sons of Sigma, which cost a bit more, did only 84. Spears did alright. My great swords were basically holding their position, just where they sort of fell by chance. They didn't need to be aggressive from the off, so they didn't get too many kills. But great swords are the bread and butter of this series, so we'll try to bring more in as we go and burn through the turns. Okay guys, welcome to the campaign map. Decisive victory. We're going to get a decent treasury as well. We're going to execute the captives and continue on the initiative. They're going to run further into Paravon territory. We might have movement here. Entertainer +2 public order. Leadership's gone up as well. Alright, so I might need to negotiate here with Paravon because I don't want to trespass. So, Paravon. Military access, please. Because we might just have to trespass after all this just to get rid of them. It might piss them off, but we want to make sure these guys don't come back. Excellent. And let's kill the captives again. I know we trespassed, but so be it. We're going to be able to move our way back to our territory. It's probably not a bad idea just to move into Helmgart. Okay, we've got some Marienburg soldiers posturing on the border here now. But I think Britannia is really doing a number on them. They were probably one of our next possible targets. We've got some other unassigned skills to deal with as well. So we'll continue to build up Altdorf where we can. We've got this Shrine of Sigma here now as well. And we're going to get great swords as well and an armory eventually. Alrighty, so we'll probably play this quest battle at the start of the Battle of Blood Pine. And we'll try and get a mortar as well as possible. Hopefully we can get an RNG of a Confederation soon as well, so we can get some more additional territories. But yeah, let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand and conquer. We're still at war with the vampires. Now with that 50% bonus, maybe if we confederate, we can maybe put some pressure down upon the vampires. They still don't want peace. We could go against Skarsnik, but I don't think it's actually worth it. Skarsnik is actually kind of a hard fight, because what's he got? 2 full stacks here now? Yeah, or there definitely was 2 at one point. Karak Ziflin, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to try and push that way. We'll see how we go. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series. And if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.